Greetings, everyone. Today is May 24th, 2026 on this Gregorian calendar. I'm Be Beautiful. How's everyone doing? Give yourself a hug and a kiss. As I give myself a hug and a kiss, share it out to the digital world, to one another. Share some my way, and please share some around the globe for those who don't mind receiving it. And say hi to my aloe vera plants. All right, y'all, this is another relationship discussion because it is the matter of the day. Most days, really. Because we have to relate to one another. Now, as y'all know, this is going to be specifically about women and men. But the topic I want to focus on in this video is, why are some men really angry at some women? And I got to phrase it that way because, again, most of us know it's not all men and it's not all women. But I want to focus on the men who are particularly angry at women who have been loyal, devoted, faithful, kind, loving, sweet, understanding, letting men run the household, and her just being his support. It's probably more than that, but that's where I'm stopping at. And so those are the specific women that I'm talking about. Like, why are some of these men angry at them now? Well, because a lot of these women have had their fill with letting men run over them. All that was said, they were said to do, and they did. Bury them children and all this stuff. Maintain a household. And what did they get in return? Cheated on, disrespected, abused, dismissed. And even some are not even here to talk about it anymore because they have transitioned. All because they were loyal. And loyalty is great when you're being loyal back. So, I always say, I'm not here to disrespect anybody because I don't want to be disrespected. This is only an observation and also a personal experience that I've gone through. And as I've said in many other videos, the men aren't completely to blame because the women remained. And some other women may judge some of us women who remained in abusive relationships or one-sided relationships. We call us names, but we call just unpleasant names. And they may say, well, if that was me, or that wouldn't be me, because I wouldn't put up with that. And you shouldn't. But the reality is, a lot of women have and do. And we know on down from our mothers, grandmothers, great-grands, great-great-grands have put up with it. And to some modern day women, some of them still do it too. So the women are judged by men and by women. Oh, well, she should just, some men even say she should just leave. Well, I'm going to say this to those who say that. It's easy to say when you're not in that circumstance. This is not a new saying. This is not a new ideology. And it's not a new observation. But for those who it may be new to, it's repeated. It's for those who need to hear it. Now, I've told this story before. When I was a young teenager, I was also a judger. And there's nothing wrong in judging because we judge every day. We judge when we're in the supermarket, if we see fruit upon, and I've used this many times, if we're picking out fruit, we're going to pick out the best. We don't want the worst. That is a judgment. We're judging. We're using our discernment. So when we say don't judge, it has to be used in a context that fits the situation. Okay, so as I was saying, when I was a teenager, I judged by my environment, what I saw, what I heard, and I found myself saying, as I witnessed something, I would never do that. And I was very adamant in what I was saying as a teenager. And I said it because I wasn't in that circumstance. So I was full of confidence. Now, the beginning of that word is con. So I was conning myself into thinking that I had some surety about what I was talking about. Inexperienced as heck. So, what I said that I would never do at 17, some years later, I found myself doing. And it was one of the most painful things that I had to face, that I had felt myself. And I had to be very careful in ever using the word never again. And so for those of you who use the word never loosely, I advise you, please be careful. Because I wouldn't want you to have to face what you never say you would or wouldn't do. And have it come back on you. All right. So now, and this is for the people, once again, who judge without understanding, overstanding, understanding, or having an outstanding viewpoint on what somebody else may be going through. And we know the cliche, until you're in somebody else's shoes, don't do it. I know some people still will, but I just try to say someone looking out for you, that I'm looking out for you. For those who run across this little video of mine, that are my thoughts, my viewpoints. So, Why are some men angry at some women? Why really are they? And I would say this, and I always go back, it always takes me back to the religious community. Women love to ascribe to, they say, a God-fearing man. Again, once again, these are some women who are religious. And nothing wrong with you being religious, but just, I know a lot of things have been taken out of context, and a lot of people don't really understand what they're saying, unless of them even follow what they say. So I think that some men hold women, and like I said, these are the loyal women, accountable when the women get fed up and they want to leave, or they decide to divorce because the women are fed up with being mistreated, ignored. Yeah. And then the men get surprised after they done did so much to the women, to cause so much harm, so much damage, and to the children if you have children. Then they sit back and act like they don't know what happened, what they did. You've been putting out the call, you're hurting me. Or you go silent. You go silent, some men take it as, well, she all right. Some men may take it as a warning, but for those that didn't take it as a warning, they figure she all right. She been talking for so long, she's still here, she all right. She gonna be here until she's not. And she's watched you be a hypocrite about what you wouldn't do and what she shouldn't do, and she see you doing it. The question I would ask is, well, after this, some men say there's a hierarchy. God, women, well, no, God, men, women, and then children. And what I have seen a lot of is men holding women accountable. Or saying women don't hold themselves accountable. And I would ask the men, in what way have the women who loved you, that you were married to, who did all the things I said they did, I listed in the beginning of the video, all the things they said they were supposed to do as a wife, as a scriptured wife, did all those things and still got dismissed and disrespected. And once she leaves, you're mad, you're angry at her now. And you want to hold her accountable for not staying in the abuse, and her not staying, you not keeping your word to her, and her not staying and you refuse to see her, and her not staying and you refuse to nurture and comfort her, and her not staying and you refuse to respect her and honor her. Now you're upset. But I would love to know for the men who love to hold the women accountable. How have God held you accountable? What has that looked like? How has God held you accountable? Because you're out here being Rolling Stones, doing what you want to do. To whomever you want to do it to or with. Why haven't us women seen how God has held you accountable? I would love for any man who like to use that, say that they're after God, that they second under God. How God has held you accountable, and what does it look like? I think a lot of y'all don't even know, because again, you put yourself above even your own God. And that's just what I think, why men are angry. Because the women have now said, no more. No more you making me feel guilty. No more you making me feel ashamed. No more of you making me feel less than. No more of you making me feel like I don't count and I'm not valued. No more of that. So now, since we decided that we have to care for ourselves, we have to nurture our wounds and then nurture our wounded children the best we can. Now you say, we're angry, we're bitter, we're sour, we're argumentative, we're disrespectful, we're emotional. Well, thank goodness that we've been emotional, because dealing with your logic has gotten us nowhere. Being under your logical tutelage has gotten us nowhere but divorced. So I think it would be advisable for you to incorporate some of your logic with your emotions. Try to find a balance there. See what that looks like. See what it feels like. Ask yourself if you really loved a woman. Ask yourself if you really love your God. And you can read Ephesians 5, 22 through 30. You can read that. For those of you who are, again, this is for the religious community, specifically the Christian community. We need a lot of cleaning up. A lot of cleaning up to do. And so with that said, I think that I've said what I have observed and what I have experienced in my own personal life. And yes, I am a divorced woman. So I am speaking from experience. And I am thankful for the experience, because it taught me a lot about myself, about who I was married to, about our children. Yeah. Those are some things you don't get away from mentally all the way. You heal, you look at them, you dissect them, and then you embrace. You embrace the lessons. That's how healing begins, by dissecting what you went through, the part you may have played in it or didn't play in it, or were told you didn't play in it. Yeah. So I would love to hear any feedback from men and women who will add to what I'm saying, how you may even disagree. That's all fine. But I just want to, I was moved to put this out. And this is to anyone, no matter where you are in the world. So with that said, until the next video, thank you for keeping me company. Later.